What's up, family? It's Octa Barber in your face once again. This is how we do. It's the Hip Hop Barbershop, baby. Coming straight out of Charlotte, North Carolina. What y'all can do for me right now, y'all can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. That ain't even hard to do. Just go ahead and do that for me. It greatly increases our chances to go ahead and get on the algorithm. All right, and we'll humbly thank you. All right, but yeah, all right, check this out. Today, I want to give my thoughts on something. Today, I'm gonna give my thoughts on these Epstein files, and do we really think that they really gonna do something about it? That's what I want to know from y'all. Go ahead and comment. You know what I'm saying? Share, whatever, like, all that. Please. But like I'm saying, I want to know what's the deal with these Epstein files, and is anything going to do y'all think that anything is going to come out about it? That's what I want to know. Do y'all think is anything going to come of this? Because I'm looking at some of the countries around the world who have leaders that's was found, their names was found, they're named in the Epstein files, and the countries are holding them responsible. You can go look that up. I'm not going to name everybody that that was named, but there's a video out there. Matter of fact, you can go to the Midas Touch. All right, go to Midas Touch. He runs down some things. Shout out to that dude. All right, that's where I seen this at. So I'm seeing other countries hold their people accountable, for the most part. But in our country, they're not holding these dudes accountable, man. They like trying to cover up. That's all I'm seeing is cover up. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all tell me if this is something that we need to be paying attention to. Your man's in Israel is acting up. And people scared to say that, but I mean, the dude is acting up, I want to know y'all thoughts on that, though. As far as, do y'all really think that they're going to really be held accountable for this? For what they doing and what they be allegedly have done? All right? Trump's been named more than thousands of times in these documents, but his loyalists are chilling and they're not trying to budge on it. You know what I'm saying? So my issue, So my issue is this. This is my issue. I want to know what the American people is going to do if they shouldn't hold anybody accountable. Because so far, they haven't held anybody accountable. So what I want to know is, what are we going to do? Because a lot of people is looking at us like we cowards in other countries. And to my immediate family, my FBA people, when y'all think it's time for us to do something? I know we've been chilling and we've been kind of sitting things out, rightfully so. But eventually, I think we might end up having to jump in this damn thing for ourselves. After I'm analyzing things and I'm looking at stuff, I'm thinking that maybe we gonna have to do something eventually. You see what I'm saying, people? We're gonna have to do something eventually, because they is coming after us and they doing it subtly. They ain't forgot about us. They know what's popping. We kind of getting stronger, and that's a good thing. I'm loving that. But now we need to get united, because I think something really is going on. I think I could feel it in the air like Phil Collins, man. I could feel it in the air like Philly Collins. Because, man, you got these wars going on over there with Iran, Israel. This dude is knocking the stick off the shoulders of countries with really no military, so it kind of being like a bully, you know. And the other countries are starting to be, you know, quite peeved with the United States. They're a little bit past peeved. So I'm saying, I just got questions. Just something I wanted to talk about. And I came to you guys about it. I want to know how y'all feel about it. You know, how you feel about what's going on as far as the Republicans and the Democrats. I think we all came to the conclusion that really ain't no difference between the two. I feel like this is just a rich poor thing. How they controlling things, they got different laws for them than they have for the common man. So I already know the whole system is flawed. We know that. But now it looked like it's time for accountability to really be, you know, to really be put forth on them. And they gonna have to take it because you got Bondi in there in the hearing, the lady that's sitting up, like she just know how to run around all the questions. You know, these people know what they doing. And the way that they do it is they basically, only thing they do is cause doubt in people's mind by just deflecting. And what they do, they're not causing no doubt in people that's awoke, you know, but they causing a lot of doubt, man, because for the simple fact, they're not going to hold this dude accountable. They trying to run from it. Only way he going to be held accountable is once we get him out of office, or we just let this dude run the country into the ground for another 2 years. Even if they was to impeach him, I don't think they'd really be doing nothing. Even if they was to impeach him, ain't nothing gonna happen till he get out of office. If the United States is still stable, because right now we got super corruption up in there. And they putting it front and center, they ain't even trying to hide it no more. You know? People ain't trying to hide it no more, family. So I'm saying, man, I just don't understand that. So I had to just bring that to y'all because for the simple fact that, man, that it might not be directly affecting us too harsh right now, but I can only see things getting worse. To be honest with you, I can only see things getting worse. You know, and I'm pretty sure y'all do too. People losing their jobs. I mean, what's the plan B? Do people need to be prepping? Like, y'all gotta ask yourself these questions. That's why I'm coming to y'all today with these questions. Excuse me real quick. Let me get a little. That's why I'm coming to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to y'all with these questions because they need to be asked and they need to be answered before it get too late. Some people might feel like somebody's overreacting or something, but they not. If you prepping to be prepared for what's going on, at least get some water and some dry goods, some perishables. Make sure your ladies and your daughters got all their feminine needs, because I think people is, and I ain't trying to just be jumping around, but all these things are connected. So I think people is failing to realize that we done got too comfortable over here in America, and I feel like something is about to happen on this soil that is going to be way more than what we ever experienced in our lifetime. And we better be prepared. If Katrina didn't show you that you got opportunists out here as far as my people is concerned, they be ready to be open season on us, picking us off any chance they can get. So watch out for them. You know? And then we got to watch our own people when the shit hit the fan. You know, so, I mean, we got a lot of things that we can really have to face, people. And it's going to take some unity. Almost make me feel like The Walking Dead was just a metaphor for what we can really have to go through. Because you're going to have a whole bunch of leeches out here trying to eat And we're going to have to band together. Communities is going to have to come together. You ain't going to be able to do it by yourself, no matter how tough you think you are. All right? So, yeah, that's just some things we need to think about, people. You know, this is me just one-on-one with y'all today on this, because it been on my mind, you know, about everything that's been going on and how the events and how things is being revealed. You know, we is in the time of the revealing. This is revelation. Excuse me. We're in the time of the revealing. More truths is being revealed than it ever has. And yes, it's an increase in knowledge. So, yo, if you fail to get prepared for what's going on, and we had got a list gave to us back in the day. You know, I don't know if a lot of us started buying that stuff, but there was a list gave to us when we was in ISL. And we went to the mosque in Columbus. And we was getting lessons and whatnot, but there was a list of survival things that you're going to need. Even this was before preppers and all that. We knew this. So I'm saying, man, to my people, yo, we got to start. We got to get off the bullshit. We're going to have to unite. We can't be running around this motherfucker acting as if it can't happen. Because things is changing. And they ain't changing for the better. Alright? So with that, this is Octa Barber. Much love to my family. But I just wanted to reach out to y'all and just holler at y'all on that note real quick. And, yo, man, don't sleep. Alright? Stay woke. Keep your head on the swivel. Especially my family in Ohio. Keep your head on the swivel. It goes down, alright? Believe that.